from industrial age to knowledge age. In just last few years, last 3 or 4 decades, we have moved from industrial age to knowledge age. And a lot of things have changed, especially in the last 2 decades, in this new millennium, starting from 2000s and onwards, aided by technology. So what has changed? In the industrial age, what you are looking at is a photograph from an assembly line in the earlier part of the 20th century. So in industrial age, standardization was the engine of growth and creating value. There was one right and the most efficient way to do things. Everyone had to do it the same way. If employees shared any ideas, opinions, suggestions, etc., they were more of a nuisance to the efficiency. Henry Ford, the pioneer of assembly line, he once said that when I ask people for a pair of hands, why do they come attached with a brain? So what he wanted was just your hands. And he didn't want people to use their brains because it was a nuisance or a disturbance to the process of standardization. Now, if we fast forward to the 21st century, almost all of the work we do is knowledge work. Knowledge work is a term coined by Peter Drucker. We use our thinking capability, cognitive abilities to do our work. So in the knowledge age, in the 21st century, the engines of growth are ideas and innovation. The work done today is in the form of complex, interdependent, and often global projects. And they are done not by a single person, but multiple people working in teams. Now, no individual can do any work of this complexity and this interdependability himself or herself. In addition, strategy and plans are usually the best guesses. They're just hypotheses until proven right. So the process of executing strategy is iterative, trial and error, experimenting, and learning from those experiments. Those are the key drivers of work in the 21st century. Now, there is no single right way to do things. Even if you found the right way to do things, the fast pace of change makes it obsolete rapidly. Don't believe me? You can just look at companies like Nokia or even Intel and so many companies who did things right, but not for long. So here is an HDR article in 2016, and it cites a study conducted that concluded that over the last 2 decades, the collaborative work has increased by 50% or more. So the work that is done in collaboration in teams has increased by 50% or more over the last 2 decades. And it is estimated that about 3/4, 75% of a manager's time is spent in communicating and collaborating. So for a 21st century organization, collaboration, learning, experimenting, and course correction are essential part of achieving success through execution of strategy. So unlike Henry Ford's wish that people left their brains at home, today people must bring their brains to work. And not only that, they need to collaborate with each other to solve problems and to do work that is continuously changing. The fast pace of change in the 21st century aided by technology. So what it means is that just hiring smart people is not enough anymore. It is also important to create an environment where these smart people can collaborate, work in teams, deliver results. So as we may have seen that in effective teams, the whole is much larger than the sum of its parts. On the other hand, in poor teams, it is the opposite. The sum doesn't add up. In organizations that can put talent they have to the best use and the highest use, it is a huge competitive advantage in the 21st century, and that cannot be ignored by organizations.